Why, hello there, and welcome to another week and another session of Pilates. I trust that you are doing well and keeping healthy. And I just wanted to share a quick scripture with us before we get into the exercise this morning. And it's found in 2 Corinthians 4, verse 16. And it says, "Therefore we do not lose heart, though outwardly we are wasting away, yet inwardly we are being renewed day by day. For our light and momentary troubles are achieving for us an eternal glory that far outweighs them all. So we fix our eyes not on what is seen, but what is unseen, since what is seen is temporary, but what is unseen is eternal." And so I just want to encourage you this morning. There are good things coming, and we need to keep our eyes on the faith that God has put in us, that there is still good things to come. And something that I've just been doing that's just trying to help me keep positive and focus on good is just having a grateful heart every day. And I just want to encourage you, why not every day just start with 5 things that you are grateful for, that you can find the good in. And then that helps us not just be looking around and seeing the temporary troubles that are around us, but it helps us to have an outward focus that looks ahead and takes God at His word that there are good things to come and there are good things for you to come. So be blessed, enjoy Pilates, and we'll see you soon.
Okay, and good morning and welcome to Georgie North's Pilates for Nexus Church. I hope you're enjoying the sessions and you're getting some benefit from it in this lockdown time. I've actually mic'd up, so Liam, lovely Liam behind the camera, has lent me a really good sound pack, so you should be able to hear me better this week. And I've got lovely Alice here as well, so she's come back for another session. And we're going to need some props this time, so I'll just run you through them really quick. I've got a TheraBand, so some of you may have these. We're just going to use that for some hamstring stretching. If you don't have one of those, then a rolled up towel is equally as good. And we're going to use these slides. Okay, so this is you can purchase these from any of the big supermarkets. Depending upon your floor, if you can't get hold of those, plastic plate if you have a carpeted floor, or one of these cloths will work as well. And as we move through the program and I go into this section, it will all become really clear. So anyway, moving on. I'll pop my TheraBand down by my mat. But we're going to start off, as we always do, with that beautiful roll down. So really checking in with our bodies just to see how we're feeling this morning. So standing off of the mat, feet hip width apart and parallel, shoulders roll back and down. So thinking about the T-zone nice and tight, drawing hip bone to hip bone, zipping up through the pelvic floor. Tracking down, we're going to draw those knees apart, engaging the glutes and keeping that lift in the arches. Inhale through the nose, exhale through the mouth. Let's do 2 more of those. Inhale, exhale. Filling up the lungs with air and exhaling. Perfect. Now we're going to tilt the chin to the chest, chest to chin to chest, chest to ribs. Now as we track down, our knees are nice and soft, head is tucked in, tummy pulled back, and we're coming slightly forward on the balls of our feet. Heavy head, heavy shoulders. Then as we draw back up, so we're restacking our vertebrae, 1 bone at a time, all the way down to up to standing. Perfect. Let's do 2 more of those. I'm just going to come around with Alice and just help you with some of the pointers. Good. So as we peel down, that's perfect, Alice. Coming slightly forward, weight onto the balls of the feet. Then inhale, exhale as we track back up, slow and controlled. Drawing that tummy back towards the spine, and perfect. Back and down. 1 more. Inhale through the nose. Exhale. And this time, as we track all the way down, we're actually going to stay there for a second, and we're going to bend 1 knee and straighten the other. Keep those hips nice and still and switching sides. Good. Perfect. That's excellent, Alice. And then as we draw back up, remember the tummy back towards the spine, Shoulders back and down, coming all the way up, eyes forward, and superb. Okay, from here we're going to peel down. So we're going to come down to the mat. You're going to grab your TheraBand. So we're going to pop the TheraBand around the ball of the foot. That's it, nice and even. So we're going to take we'll go to the right leg, right foot. So as we peel down, we keep the core switched on, so supporting that spine. Taking the leg straight up to the ceiling, shoulders back and down. So what we want to do is draw the toes towards the face and draw the leg as close as we can towards the shoulder. So the knee tracks towards that same shoulder. With every breath out, we're going to draw it just a bit closer, and perfect. So keep the hips nice and even. Perfect. And relax through the shoulders. Drop those shoulders. Perfect, Alice. Inhale, exhale. Then we're going to take that leg. We're going to swap hands with the band. Other arm comes out to the side. We're going to try and take that leg over as far as we can. Still trying to straighten it. And now you're going to change where you're feeling it. You're going to feel it more through this part of your hamstring. A couple of breaths here. And then inhale, exhale, let's bring it back to start, switching hands. And then slowly trying to straighten that leg. Take the leg all the way out to the floor. That's it, Alice. Keep that other hip pinned to the floor. And draw that foot just a bit closer towards your same shoulder on that side. And one more breath here. Exhale, beautiful. Bend the knee into the chest and let's swap sides. So exactly the same. So now toes towards you, heel away. I'm just going to jump up and work through this one with Alice. So as you can see, toes are towards the face and we're trying to straighten this leg. Good. And the knee is tracking towards that same shoulder. Perfect. Shoulders are back and down. Inhale through the nose, exhale through the mouth. Keep breathing. Trying to keep that tailbone down, and superb. And that's excellent. And one more breath. That's the way, Alice. And now we're going to take that same leg over midline of the body. Good. So as we do that, drawing the toes towards the face. See, Alice is quite tight in the hamstrings there, but it feels good. Hey, Alice.
Yeah.
Yes, it does feel good. Perfect. Beautiful. Inhale, exhale. Let's take that same leg all the way out to the floor. So keeping that hand there. Yes, perfect. So see how I want to keep those hips nice and still. And then drawing that leg just a bit closer, Alice. Toes towards you, heel away. Poor girl. She's enjoying it. She's laughing. You're not supposed to laugh. That's the way. Good. And excellent. And then bending the knee into the chest. And drawing the band by the side. Excellent. Yes, that is a really challenging stretch. But it's just what you need in these days of isolation, stretching out those hamstrings. Then we're going to come into that little rolling like a ball. So this really loosens up the lower back. Keep your core switched on. That's the way. A couple of little rolling like a ball. And superb. And excellent. So from here, we're going to go straight into our a bit more ab work. So, Alice, we're going to lay down, we're going to imprint our spine, let's float, let's go into pendulum. We hadn't done this one for a little while. So with pendulum, one knee comes up at a time into that nice shins parallel to the ceiling, knees squeezed together, arms are out to the side, beautiful. Inhale to prepare, and we're slowly going to take the knees over to one side. Halfway. Pause, draw those knees back to the center using the core. Keep the shoulders back and down. You'll want to lift those shoulders. They should be flat on the floor. And then drawing back again. It's super, super slow. And what you find is the slower you move, the more intense you feel it through the lower abdominals. So really feeling it through the lower abdominals here, Alice. Yep, good. Nice and slow to center, inhaling here. That's the way. Then exhale as you draw those knees back. Superb. Drawing ribs down to hips, just halfway, just to there. And then slowly drawing back. Good, feeling that. Perfect. And drawing those shoulders back and down. Remember, no hunching through the shoulders at all. Good, let's go one more each side. That's superb, Alice. Really well controlled. Squeezing those knees together and superb. Draw the knees into the chest. Have a little rest. Well done. And then let's go straight into our ab curl. So keeping the knees in that nice tabletop position. Arms are directly above the shoulders towards the ceiling. Inhale to prepare. Exhale and reach. Draw the tummy back towards the spine, shoulders back, down away from the ears, peeling back into that start position. Inhale, exhale, reach. Keep going. So, yeah, perfect. And reach. Good. So as Alice curls up, she inhales and her chin is tucked in and eyes are towards the thighs. Good. Flattening through the rib cage there. Ribs to hips. Beautiful. Alice, are you starting to feel that? Good. And reach. Squeezing those knees together. And let's go for 5. Good. Big breath in. And 4. Blast that breath out. And 3. Good. And 2. And 1 more. Let's stay here, Alice. Let's go straight into hundreds. So hundreds, staying up in the curl. Inhale for 5 beats. Exhale for 5 beats. Well done. Hollow out that tummy. Really scoop. Draw down the shoulders. Keep it going. Doing well. Tough. Well done, Alice. And let's go for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. And relax. Okay, let's go straight back into hundreds, and this time we want the challenge. Let's take the legs away from the body, staying up in the curl, and let's beat those arms. Inhale for 5, exhale for 5. So if this is catching you in the neck and you're feeling it quite strong, you don't want to do that. Support the head and stay here. 4, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. And well done. Wow, that's a really tough one. You did really well. Let's get into some bicycle legs. So floating those knees up into that tabletop position. We're going to support the head and neck, okay? So behind the head. Inhale to prepare. We're going to cycle one leg at a time, away from the body towards the opposite wall. Good, so it's nice and long, really lengthen the leg. Keep the ribs to the hips and keep that core switched on. Well done. Keep that breath going. So with bicycle legs, if you feel it in your back, then you can take the leg more towards the ceiling, like this. That's going to increase the ability of the back to stay nice and flat. If you want a challenge, you're going to hover the leg along the floor, but we do want to try and keep that back nice and flat. And we'll go for 5. Good, well done. And 4. And 3. And 2. Well done. And last one. And perfect. Bring the knees into the chest and let's get into our nice single leg stretch. One of my favorites. So drawing that knee towards that same shoulder, other leg goes away. Keeping the hips really still. Tees are nice and tight. Tummy back towards the spine for 10. Well done, Alice. 9. 8. Staying up in the curl if it's available. 6, 7, 6, well done, and 5. So just instead of plaiting the hands, try, yeah, that's better. 4, point the leg, 3, and 2, and 1. Alice, that was fabulous. Well done. Very good job. Excellent. Okay, let's go into rolling like a ball for a bit, just to loosen the back again. So tummy's nice and tight. Hands behind the back of the knees. And rolling through. Good. This is so much fun. Isn't it, Alice? Yes. Mum. Good. Well done. Couple more. 2. And last one. And perfect. That's enough on our back for a little while. Let's come into some more abs. Some more abs, but sitting up. So some of my favourites. So feet can be hip width apart. Arms out in front, and let's come into a C curve. So tucking tailbone towards pubic bone, holding here, and we're going to pulse and pulse and pulse. So it's really important you get the tummy back towards the spine, shoulders are back and down, so we're not hunching, and the chest is open. So there's little pulsing. Good. Well done, Alice. Chin is off of the chest. And let's go for 10, and 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. And let's hold here, Alice. Hold, and it's hard. Draw that tummy back towards the back. You're doing really well holding there for 10, and 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. And release. Very well done, Alice. We're nearly done with this. Okay, last section here. Curling back again. Let's take the arms out to the side and hold. Inhale as we draw one arm back to center. Coming back out. Hold. Switching arms. Good. Keep the hips facing forward. Oh gosh, I'm getting mixed up now. Okay, let's go one more each side. And last one. Well done, Alice. Shoulders back and down and release. Killer. Hey. That is tough. You did really well if you did that. It's very good. Okay, let's pop the soles of the feet together. Let the knees fall out to the side. Get a little stretch. Oh, we can. Well done. Leaning all the way over. And the closer you draw the heels into the crutch, the more you're going to get that nice inner thigh stretch. Good. Rolling those shoulders back and down. Okay, let's do some bridge, because we haven't done bridge for a little while, and it's a really good one to warm up our glutes, ready for our glute section. So peeling down nice and slowly. Let's make sure our feet are hip width apart and parallel, hips nice and even. So arms are by the side, palms facing the ceiling, so we're not grabbing on like this. Inhale to prepare. We're going to tuck tailbone to pubic bone, and we're going to peel up one bone at a time, all the way into that bridge position. So in this bridge position, you'll be squeezing your bottom. You might be feeling it in your hamstrings as well. Exhale as we peel back down, one bone at a time. So eyes are towards the ceiling, chin is off of the chest, tailbone is last to come down. Inhale, tuck and peel, and superb. Squeezing into the bottom, all the way, and then peeling back down. Keep going with this. I'm just going to check Alice a moment and just talk through some of these pointers. That's it. So when we come up into bridge, we need those hips nice and even, and as she peels back down, it's one bone at a time. Tailbone is last to come down. Perfect. Inhale again, squeeze into the bottom. Good. Again, in this position, if you push through the front of your knees as well and really lengthen out of that hip socket. Good. Down again. How's that feel, Alice? You feel it in your glutes? Yeah. Yep, good. Good. And then peeling back down, one bone at a time. Okay, so next, Alice, we're going to come up into that bridge position and we're going to stay here. So keep the hips really even, then you're going to squeeze your bottom and we're going to open and close our knees. Just a little move. Yeah, that's the way, but not letting the bottom drop at all. Good, keep going, squeeze, open and close. Good, so feeling that through the glutes. Keep going, that's it, draw those shoulders back and down and squeeze to open and close. So really, we're not pushing through our tummy at all, we're drawing ribs down to hips, and in fact our back is straight with this. Well done. That's the way, good. And excellent. Feeling that, Alice? Good, well done. And let's go for 5, 4, 3, good, 2, and 1. Well done, peeling back down nice and slow, one bone at a time. And then last one here, we're going to come up into that bridge position. We're going to go into single leg lift. Inhale to prepare, coming up into the bridge. We're going to bend the knee into the chest, then take that single leg towards the ceiling, straightening out, stretching through the hamstrings, keeping those hips nice and even, squeeze into the opposite glute, opposite leg goes up and point and stretch, coming back into the chest and coming back down. Well done, keep going with that. How's that going, Alice? Good. And then bending into the knee, chest, and back down. Good. Well done. This is challenging, and you should be feeling it right through the glute and into the hamstring. Keep those hips hip width apart. Well done. Ribs to hips. Back is nice and straight. Good. So warming up the glutes. Let's go one more each side. Well done. Good. Bending in, point, and back into it, and then peeling back down, one bone at a time. And tailbone is last. And excellent, well done, Alice, you did really well. Okay, we are going to come up to standing now, and we're going to grab our, I'm going to pop our mats out of the way for this one. So, grabbing, here's your slide, and we're going to start our glute section. So we are going to pop our mat or our plate onto the floor, and we're going to go into scooter. So scooter is a reformer exercise, and what I want you to think about, so the ball of the foot is in the center of the slides. Now this is your stabilizing glute, so you should feel it through this side of your glute. You could feel it in both, and that's great too. But our cue for this is, so coming into a squat position as deep as you can, taking that leg away, and then coming back in. So there's no movement through this leg at all, it's all happening in this leg. But this leg, the glute is stabilizing, so lift the toes on this stabilizing leg and poke the bottom back. Keep the hips forward, shoulders back and down. Try not to take too much weight into this foot, so it's quite light. Keep it going, keep pushing back, get deeper into the squat. So staying in the squat position all the time, that bent knee stays like that. So try not to straighten it, come down into your squat a bit more if you can, Alice. You feeling it there? Yeah, good. Well done. So keep nice and light. Good, keep it going. Hips nice and square. Shoulders back and down. Eyes lifted if you can. Yep. Good. Keeping this knee like that if you can. And let's go for 10. I know it's hard. And 9. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, and it will burn in the glute. 3, 2, and one, and well done. Standing up for a second. Well done, Alice. It's the killer. I hope you get this because it's a really good glute workout. Okay, so you haven't swapped legs, have you? Don't swap legs. No, we've got one more here. We're going to go into lunge, scooter lunge. So as we take that leg back, we're straightening into that lunge and then coming back in. So out all the way. Actually, it's not a lunge. It's like what we did at the side, but behind. So we're nice and low. Keep nice and low if you can. Taking that leg out, behind and back. And we'll go 5 here. 5. And 4. Now, if you're finding that balance is an issue, you can do this against the wall. 3. 2. And 1. And now let's go all the way back and stay there. Okay. And we're staying there. Okay, and we're going to pulse. So if you can pulse, Alice, that's the way. Oh gosh. And pulse. Good. Keeping those hips nice and square. Little pulse for 10. Eyes forward, Alice. I know it's painful. 8. You're doing a great job. 7. 6. 5. 4. 3. 2 and 1. And well done, Alice. And shake those glutes out and we'll swap sides. Okay, so remembering the setup. So we're getting nice and low and deep into the squat. Hips are always forward, shoulders back and down, chest open, eyes forward. And now I've got to remember what we did. Oh yes, we went out, didn't we? Yep. And back in, yeah. Out. I do so much of this, I just sometimes forget. Good, out and in. So don't go so far out, Alice. That's better. And then what you'll find is you'll be able to stay, that knee will be able to stay nice and soft. So you don't want to go too far out. So lifting the toes on this stabilizing glute leg. So I want the weight to come back into the heel. So if we lift through the toes there, yeah, so don't go out so far. So just to there and then come back. Better?
Yeah.
Yeah, go feeling it through there. Well done. Keep it going. And superb. Good. Now we did quite a few on this side, didn't we, Alice? Try and control it, not too far. Let's go 10. And 9. And 8. 7. 6. 5. 4. Your glute killing you. 3. 2. And 1. Okay, shake it out. Okay, so that's same side. Now we're going to take the slide back behind, but still keeping in that good position, solid through the hips, eyes forward, shoulders back and down. So the deeper you go, harder it's going to be. So keep poking that bottom back. Remember, it's light through the slide or the plate or the cloth, whatever you're using. So you want to get... So it's really destabilizing this glute. So it has to work super hard to keep you upright, as she says, as she balances, and toes lifted to get the weight tracking through that heel again. Alice, you're doing so well. Good. And we'll do a countdown. 10 and 9, 8, 7, well done, Alice. 6, keep it going at home. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Oh, very good, Alice. Well done. Let's get a glute stretch. So let's go into crossing one ankle over the opposite knee. sitting back on that imaginary chair. And again, if you need a wall to hang on to this, then hand on the side, and that works equally as well. Just might need a bit of balance. Deeper you sit into that squat, the more you're going to feel it through the bottom. Standing up, and let's switch sides. Good. And sitting back. And that is perfect. Good, that's my knee. And excellent. We've got 5 minutes left, so I am thinking, let's do calf raises. Yes, says Alice. Okay. So we'll go calf raises, but if we need to hold on to the wall, we can do that too. Do you want to try it without, or is that okay? Yep. Okay, we'll try it with the wall. So remember, with calf raises, squeezing the heels, feet together nice and close, shoulders back and down. Inhale to prepare, and we're going to come up all the way up onto our toes, and then peeling all the way back down. So we're trying to keep those ankles nice and straight. 2, that's the way, and 3, good, and 4, add a nice forward, look at your mother, 5, and 6, that's excellent, little tuck in the tailbone, 7, 8, this is excellent for our ankles, for balance. We do single leg calf raises, which is very challenging, but we'll stretch that out. We won't face the wall because you won't be able to see, but what we can do a calf stretch standing. So just push into that back calf, hips are forward, bending into the front knee. That's it. And feel it through the calf there, Alice, that stretch. A little bit. Keep the foot flat on the floor. Yeah, that's better. Good. And then switching sides. So if you keep the back foot flat, you'll definitely get a stretch through the lower part of that calf. It is better against the wall, but we'll have our backs to you, so that's that then. Good. And superb. And then coming back up to standing. And we're going to finish off with our roll down. Seems to go really quickly. It's not that long, but you can always pause it and add on extra repetitions because I know you want to. Okay, so shoulders back and down, feet are hip width apart and parallel. Inhale through the nose, exhale through the mouth, and let's start our roll down. So chin to chest, chest to ribs, ribs to hips. Let's draw the knees apart, creating those lifted arches in the feet. Tucking the chin in, knees are soft, coming heavy onto the balls of the feet. Well done, Alice, it's coming all the way down, that's so good. Bend into one knee, straighten the other. That's the way. And then slowly tracking back up. So draw the tummy back towards the spine, coming all the way back to standing, roll those shoulders back and down. And that was your class this morning, and thank you so much for watching, and thank you, Alice, she did such a good job, and see you again next week. Thank you.